Come on.
Merry meet weirdos, I'm Gory B Movie, and today on Gory Talk, we have got my very good buddy, Ronnie Angel. He is a wrestler, he is an actor, he is an author. I have more of his books, but they're in another room and I couldn't find them, but I found this one. Anyway, he's super rad and one of my favorite people, so let's invite him into the show.
Hey,
Ronnie!
hey, how's it going?
Hey, buddy. We got some
Long
people
time
in
no
the
see.
chat. We got Sausage is here, Tony Rosa, and Danny is watching too.
Oh, cool.
And
Nicole should
my
be
friend
tuning
for the
in
love of
too.
horror. Welcome
Yeah.
to Gory Talk.
Yeah,
we
excited
also
to
have
be
your
here.
two favorite dogs over here to the side. I don't know. You can kind of
Yeah.
see Brewster.
Brewster and Brucky.
Hey, for the love of horror, congratulations on suffering me for a whole month, man. You're braver than most people, so thank you.
Am I?
But thank you very much. I really appreciate the support. So, where do we even start, man? There's so much to talk about.
Oh,
So
God,
much.
yeah.
So, something really cool about Ronnie that you guys might not know is Ronnie grew up in a funeral home.
That's true.
And it was spooky, right?
Yeah, we had a lot of crazy times. But there was a lot of spooky stuff around. But for the most part, it was just, like any other family, except for ours dealt with lots of dead people. And
And you wrote a whole book about it.
Yeah. Death in the Family. That's my favorite one so far.
Of your books you've written.
Yeah. Wait. Okay. I got mine too.
Oh my gosh, we both have a copy. Hey,
I know,
Spooky
crazy.
Robin's in the chat.
Sweet.
So yeah, tell me a little bit about the writing of this, because this one you wrote with your dad.
Yeah. I used to ride around with them a lot back when I was younger, and we were living on the Navajo reservation. So we get these calls like, "Oh, you're supposed to pick up a body in Albuquerque." So I'm like, "Oh shit! Well, that's like 3 hours in each direction." So I would just ask my dad, like, "Hey, tell me some stories." And eventually I reached the point where I'm just like, holy crap, I should write a book about this.
Yeah.
And yeah. So it's kind of his legacy, honestly. And it's funny because when I was first writing it, I wrote like a lot of my own personal stories. And then I kind of realized, like, wait a minute, this isn't my book. This is my dad's book. So yeah, I kind of try to keep it on topic that way. But yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff in that book.
What was it like collaborating with your dad on this? Like, how did you even approach him about the idea?
It was pretty simple, actually. I just called him up one day. I'm like, hey, do you want to be in my next book? And he was like, yeah, okay. What kind of movies is it now? Like zombies or vampires? I'm like, no, it's gonna be you. So
That's so cool. That's awesome.
yeah.
Very, very
Thank
cool.
you.
You also have 2 other books. So, and they are massive. They can double as door stoppers, especially when
Or a
used
weapon
together.
if you want to rob a bank or something, you just hit them with
You
this.
can use them for self-defense if you're walking along the streets and you're like, "Oh, I don't have a taser." Who can afford that? You buy this book and you could club a bitch with this book.
Oh yeah, several actually.
Yeah. Hey, Ariel.
Is Yeah, it's like how many pages is this thing anyways? Um 575.
So, Ronnie is a massive, massive slasher fan. And I think what sets you apart is you have a lot of love for some of the movies that maybe don't get as much love. Like, um, you know, s- movies like Spookies, for example. Is that your
Mhm.
Spookies poster?
Yeah, can you see it okay?
Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of those kind of B movies, which I love, it's in the name. And
Oh.
you had talked to a lot of people over the years. Is that what led to you writing the book?
It's kind of funny that you asked that because I was at Crypticon back in I think I started in 2011 doing the panels and the announcing and everything. And I just had so many people come up to me, you included actually, who are just like, wow, you really know your stuff. Have you ever thought about writing a book? I'm like, book, eh? And once I looked up what it was, I'm like, oh, okay, I think I could write one of these things.
Yeah.
A lot of material to work with. Yeah.
So, what was it like trying to get all the interviews for that? Was it really hard? Were these people you already knew, or did you have to hunt them down?
For the first book, it was more difficult, honestly. Um, because like nobody knew who I was really. So I had a few people that I would message and I'd be like, hey, do you want to be interviewed for this book? And they're like, book? I don't know. Or they just wouldn't answer. Um, but yeah, I ended up getting like 20 or so in this first book. But then part two, which I unfortunately don't have in front of me, I interviewed like seriously like 50 people, and they just kept rolling in. The first one I did was with Russell Todd from Chopping Mall and Friday the 13th Part Two, and I was down in Burbank for a convention, and I had the book with me, and they had me sitting next to Jordan Ladd from Cabin
Oh,
Fever.
hey, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I did the interview with Russell, and then it's just like, hey, do you want to interview Kelly Maroney, my co-star from Chopping Mall? And I was like, yeah. And then at the convention itself, I started to get more into it. So I'm like, okay, well, hey, Jordan, do you want to do an interview? And then the next table down was PJ Souls. So
So it
again, like,
just
hey,
snowballed.
yeah, yeah,
That's really
exactly.
cool. So for the first one though, how did you get the interviews for that one? Did you just have to look them up, or were they people you knew from the conventions?
A lot of it was just
And you
people
wrote
that
that
I
when you
looked
were still
up.
in Wenatchee, I remember.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, a lot of them I just kind of looked up like how to get a hold of them. But then there's ones like Felissa Rose where I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, well, we already know each other, so
because we
I
watched Sleepaway Camp with her at Crypticon.
yeah, that's right.
That was super fun. That was really fun. So one of my friends in the gory hole here has a question for you. This is my friend
Sure.
Ariel. Say hey. Hey.
Hey,
Ariel's super cool. And she says, so my question for Ronnie, what's your favorite death scene from a horror movie?
whoa, my favorite death scene. Oh God, there's so many. Um, I think a big one that's up there is I'm sure that you will probably remember this one quite vividly. Um, the outhouse on Sleepaway Camp Part Two.
Oh, that one's gnarly.
Yeah, what do you see in there? Shit.
That one's brutal. Off the top of my
Yeah.
head, just because I was thinking about it, I like in Feast too when
Hmm.
the creature eats the girl and then poops at her head. That one's great. I also love Felissa Rose's death and Victor Crowley.
Oh
That was
yeah,
a really good one. There's so
I
many
forgot
though.
about that one.
So many. And
Um,
then classic, that liquid nitrogen kill in
and Jason X.
Jason X, yeah.
Yeah. And then you got other ones that like just blew me away, like the beginning of the collection
Yeah.
with the combine thing that went through the nightclub. Like, holy crap!
I just saw a good one last night. I was watching Black Phone 2, and there's a really good
Yes,
one in the climax. I don't want to spoil it 'cause the movie just came out, but that was a good one. By the way, have you seen Black Phone 2?
I did. Yeah, I got the tickets from doing the horror trivia actually.
Oh yeah?
So yeah, so that's a cool perk is that you could enter to win like tickets to these things, and that was one of them. And yeah, I loved it. I thought it was a great movie.
And you have horror trivia with a lot of like horror celebrities, right?
Yeah, quite a few. Larry Zerner,
He's so cool.
Shelly from yeah, yeah, Shelly. It's funny because I told Nicole like, "Hey, I've got this guy on my team," and she's like, "Shelly?" Like, yeah,
Shelly
I mean,
from Friday the 13th Part 3 for anyone who doesn't know.
yeah, yeah. So him, I've seen Art the Clown.
We're going to
What
have
is
him at
his name?
CryptoCon next year.
Oh yeah.
But he's the only one who's officially booked so far. So that's pretty cool.
Oh sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Howard Thornton.
he's on one of the teams. I met the guy who made like the Sonic movies, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah. There's so many cool
Don't
people.
you
You
hang out with
don't
the
know.
guys from Greasy Strangler like Sky and stuff all the time?
Oh yeah, yeah. As a matter of fact, we have a
Have you
party that we're
told them
going to.
that I'm their biggest fan in like the whole world? I
Yes.
love the Greasy Strangler so much. Guess who's coming to Fan Expo in February?
Is it one of them?
They've got all the Hobbitses. And I just want to go and talk to Elijah Wood
That's
about Greasy
cool.
Strangler because he was a producer. And he's
Nice.
a
Hell
remake
yeah.
of Maniac. So yeah, I would be asking about like Billy Boyd's gonna be there, and I'm gonna be like, Glenn. Like I don't give a two shits about Lord of the Rings, but I have to talk to Glenn. My mother would die. My mother, you've met my mother. My mother, her favorite Chucky movie is Seed of Chucky, and she adores Glenn like more than she likes me.
No.
Like she loves him. That's her
That's
precious
too
baby
funny.
boy. Ariel, I
Oh,
think
that
you would
is too
actually be
funny.
very interested in this. Ariel wants to know what you do for a living.
Oh, yeah. Can I go back to that one though?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. Sorry.
yeah, we're. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, we're going to a party on Friday night, and I know that Gil is gonna join us. Also from the Greasy Strangler. He's not really blind in real life though.
That's, I mean, just shows what a great actor he is because I bought it.
Yeah, yeah. We're friends with Holland, the guy with glasses from the tour who gets
Mm-hmm.
shoved through the vending machine. So we've had him over here for game night a few times. So yeah, I get to see
That's
a lot of those
cool.
guys. Hmm. What were you asking though?
Ariel wants to know what you do for a living.
Ah, I work at a high school actually.
Yeah.
I'm in the special ed department, and they have me as like a one-on-one. So
Mm-hmm.
I go to the students' classes with them, and sometimes it could be rough, but then there's other times where my main student wants to just talk about horror movies and
That's really
things
cool.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
really
Ariel
is.
has autism, so I think that's something she probably really is interested in.
Very cool. Yeah, yeah. I couldn't believe it. Like somebody asked me, "How long have you been here?" I'm like, almost 4 years, which is insane.
In California.
Hmm.
Because he's from
Yeah,
Washington, but he left us. But his parents
yeah,
left us
yeah.
first, so I mean, I blame them.
But I could always fly up there.
And just checking in with the chat. Hey, my buddy Adam's here. Adam wants to know, have you ever had a conflict on a film set that ended in a pile driver or a triple suplex?
um, God, I remember there was one guy where we bullshit artist, nice.
Alicia
there,
has to
there,
watch Greasy Strangler.
yeah, there was one set I was on where the director was just kind of like, because I improvised so much, like a lot actually, and he's like, okay, you guys like fight each other, and you're wrestlers, you should know what you're doing. And the guy like hit me with a forearm like really hard, and I just ended up like taking him down to the ground. And then the director was like, yeah, that's what I want to see. I'm
That's
like,
intense.
"Really?" Yeah,
Which is a
like,
good segue into talking about your acting career.
yeah,
I mean,
um,
obviously, we have to talk about how you were in The Orchard Man, directed by one Danny Nightmare and co-starring one Gory B Movie. What?
yeah, and it gets very spooky too.
It does. But what else have you been in? You've been in so many movies, like lots of indie movies.
Yeah. Um, I think one of the funniest ones, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but I got to get killed with Techno Destructo from Guar.
That's super cool. That's super cool. You were in a
Yeah,
music video. You're in like Rattlers
Molds
2,
of
I think.
Acid.
Oh my god, you've been
Yeah,
in like a lot of them.
yeah. And one of the funniest things was that I have a movie that's on Tubi right now, Broken City.
Yeah?
And yeah, it's not horror, but we're like home invaders, and I'm the worst out of all of us.
Yeah.
And yeah. And I've I've read a lot of the reviews online, and they all kind of say the same thing. They're whether they like it or not, they'll say, "Oh, Ronnie Angel was great in it,"
That's how I
and I'm
felt about
just
the Zombie 8, I think, that you were in. Like the movie I didn't care for. But I liked you. What about the remake of Eyes Without a Face you did? Because I mean you played the
yes.
doctor in that.
What's that?
You played the doctor in that. That's the coolest part.
No, a policeman.
Oh, you played a policeman? For some reason I think you were the doctor. Anyway,
No. Yeah,
that's
it was
cool.
a policeman, and it's funny because they're like, "Okay, you're just kind of here with the detective," and I just kept throwing shit out there. Like we get to like a movie set, and we're supposed to be investigating a murder, but the detective says, "Hey, we are not mentioning that we are on a murder case, okay?" So I'm like, "Okay." And as soon as the guy opens the door, it's just like, "Yeah, we're here investigating the murder of so and so." And he's like, "Oh, god damn it. God damn." And then like everything I did was improvised. So they started to roll with it. And right before we were granted access to go in there and like search and interrogate people, then the detective puts his hand up, and he's like, "Okay, subtle. Just be very subtle with these people." And I'm like, "Man, subtle is my middle name." And then like as soon as we walk in the door, I'm like, "All right, listen up, you motherfuckers!" Like, and he's
That
just
sounds
like,
cool.
"Oh
Where can I see that one? I haven't seen that
god."
one.
I have been waiting for it since I did it.
Hmm.
So it's one of those things like I keep asking about it, like, "Hey, what is going on with this thing?" And I really haven't gotten a definitive answer, which sucks because like I really liked what I did in that one,
Hmm.
and it was just fun all around. And yeah, for whatever reason, I haven't heard anything about it. I do know that at one point though, my co-star, like people are telling me like, "Oh yeah, this guy has been in movies since the 80s." And so I'm looking up some of his movies on IMDb while we're eating. I'm like, "Huh, okay, interesting." It holy shit. And I had to ask him like, "You're the dead guy from Men at Work with Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez." And
that's
he's like,
cool.
yeah, he's like, out of all the movies that I've done, that's the one you want to bring up.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
That's super cool. What would you say is like your favorite role that you've had in a movie?
Mm. The Eyes Without a Face one is definitely up there. The Broken City one.
And
Um,
that one's on Tubi, right?
yeah, yeah.
Somebody asked if that's a documentary. That's like a crime movie, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a crime movie, and the there's a funny part about that. There's a good story that
And what's it
there's
about too?
it's basically we're home invaders and we're just trying to get the most out of everybody. And one guy keeps fighting us, and I finally um
Suplex him.
get his, I get his like crypto password and everything, but it was brutal. Like, there's a part where I shoot a guy in the kneecap. There's a part where the guy I just mentioned, I carve my name into his chest. And then the other part, and this is the one I wanted to talk about, they're like, okay, you're gonna kill your own partner because he's trying to stop you from being as terrible as you are. And when we were doing this, that we were rehearsing, and they're like, oh, um, when you use blanks, it still fires something, which is terrifying. So
Yeah, I wish
they're
they
like,
would
"Oh,
just stop doing that altogether just because it's just an unnecessary risk.
yeah, yeah." And that's what happened is they're like, okay, you're gonna shoot him. So I'm like, okay. And they're like, no, 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 don't look. Just stand there and then just pull out the gun and point it and shoot without looking. And so there's the guy standing here, like guys here, cameras here, a very small window. So they're like, okay, when you shoot, do not hit him, do not hit the camera. And I was just like, oh God, so I need to get this right because I don't want to kill him or anything for real.
Yeah.
So it was crazy. Like, I did the one and it literally bounced back and hit me in the arm. And I was like, what the fuck was that? And it left a mark on their door too.
That's so I wish they would stop doing that. You don't need it to fire anything, but you know.
It's it's honestly terrifying to me. Like, I've been on other movie sets where they have the guns, and like whenever they're done filming a scene or take or whatever, I'm like this with the gun. I'm like, okay, can you guys take this from me, please?
Mhm.
Because yeah, I don't want to be like in the Alec Baldwin situation.
I mean, can you imagine like the guy in The Crow, the guy who played Fun Boy, blanking on his
Yeah,
name right now. He can't watch that movie, and it took him a long time. And it's not his fault, but he never quite got over that.
no, and I don't blame him either. Like, that'd be horrible. That'd be, I don't know if I could
Yeah,
ever get over that, honestly.
yeah.
But yeah, like when I did that scene though, and it was crazy because, like I said, it left the mark in the door from
Mm-hmm.
where it hit. And when we did the gunshot, like the other actor flew back into the wall and accidentally hit the light switch.
Uh huh.
So yeah, there's like, as he slides down, there's like blood streaks on the wall.
Oh,
And at the same time, it's just like, did you plan to take the light out when you did that? And he's like, no, that just kind of happened. I was like, that is the coolest thing in the
I
world,
mean, it
really.
sounds like it turned out really cool, but it's also really intense. And as an actor, you can't say like I don't want to work with blanks or anything like that, right?
Yeah, yeah. And with that one, it was funny because I went back to work after the weekend, and one of my coworkers was like, "Oh, what'd you do over the weekend?" And I was like, let's see. I shot a guy in the kneecaps, carved my name in somebody's chest, um, killed another guy. Oh, that's right. I also was in a movie." And people were like, "What the fuck?"
Just another weekend. Have you seen Here for Blood?
No,
Dude,
no, I
it's on like
haven't.
Tubi and stuff. You would love it. It's got one of the actors from like the Resident Evil movies. But did I tell
Oh.
you about this one? This guy is a
I
pro wrestler. Like the character is a pro wrestler. And his girlfriend is studying for finals in college. And she's got a very high paying babysitting job. And she's like, can you go do the babysitting job for me? Because we have finals. And he's like, do I get paid for it? And she's like, no, I get the money because, it's my job. I need the money for school. But, I've like sewn up your wrestling tights and stuff and you owe me. And he's like, okay, fine. So he does it, and it's a little girl, and it's like rich family. He's like, yeah, this is gonna be no problem. And he's babysitting her when all of a sudden home invaders come, which is what made me think of it. Your
oh,
movie. Home invaders come, and they're like demonic fuckers. They're like wearing masks. They're super scary, but they came to the wrong freaking house because this guy's a wrestler, so he is using wrestling moves to kick their asses and save this little girl. And like Dee Snider has a part in it, and
oh, that's
it
cool.
does get into like supernatural territory because they do like worship some like demigod thing. So it's really fun. You should check it out. Here for Blood.
That's cool. I know that last time I was over at your house, you guys introduced me to Psycho Gorman.
That movie's so fun, and you loved it, yeah.
I did. Um,
You got to check out Frankie Frico. Do you have Shutter?
I do not right
You
now,
need to
but
get
I'm
Shutter.
okay.
They do like free trials and stuff too. But I mean, you can watch Joe Bob. They got tons of movies is on there, and then they got Pee
Yeah,
Wee Gorman, so you can introduce it to Nicole. And they got Frankie
yeah.
Frico, which is by the same director, and that one's got the little puppets. One of the little puppets looks like you.
Real.
Frankie
Oh
Frico
yeah, you were
does.
showing me that. I remember that. The little
Yeah.
greaser puppet.
Shutter's like $4.99 a month, dude. It's well worth it. All right, let's check in with our
Yeah.
friends in the chat. Uh Ariel wants to know which final girl from a movie, non-horror movie, is your favorite from a horror movie.
Oh,
Well, I guess
okay.
any final girl is what she's saying.
Hmm. Well, I know that I did the list in my first book, and I've got like Heather Langenkamp
Mm-hmm.
from Nightmare on Elm Street. She's up there. Adrian King is up there, of
Yeah.
course. Um, but one of the more obscure ones was the final girl from Just Before Dawn.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, she kills the killer by shoving her entire arm down his throat. Like,
That's
how could you
brutal
not
too.
appreciate that?
It's a good movie. Good movie.
Oh yeah,
Good answer.
yeah.
Ariel says she didn't know you were in a music video. You were in that music. I can't remember what it was for, but you got to be dressed up like one of the guys from They Live, like the aliens.
Oh yeah, that was for the
Was it
prettiest
on YouTube?
eyes.
What
Hmm?
band was it for?
They're called the prettiest eyes.
The Prettiest Eyes. Is that on YouTube?
Yeah, it is, and it's called Mr. President, and you can
Yeah,
see me in it several times. Yeah,
that's
that
awesome.
was fun. And then I did the Lords of Acid music video too.
What song?
Um, it was I played Satan, and it's called Hell Does Exist.
That's
So
awesome.
it's funny because like you have like these half naked models and porn stars around me, and I'm just kind of like looking at each of them, and I'm just like, holy shit, this is my life now.
That's so cool.
Yeah, yeah. And we became friends with the guitar player. So we'll see him around every now and then. I think he lives in Chicago though.
Neat. I think Cherry
Hmm.
Blossom. Oh, that is Nicole. I'm almost positive that's Nicole. Um,
Yeah.
she says, I had my boss show Dama seen your Chucky costume and he loved it. Yeah, I actually met him wearing it at HorrorCon and he was so nice. So sweet.
Yeah.
I was just telling him how much like his work meant to me and everything, and he was just really nice. Like even when they were getting everything set up because he just got back from lunch. He's like, "Come over here and talk to me for a little bit." Like he was just a really neat, like down to earth person. So it was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Her boss down at Warner knows him very well.
That's awesome.
And yeah, yeah. So when she said that she showed him the picture of us, I think that was just crazy. Like, wow, again, like, wow, what is my life now? This is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everybody that I like grew up watching, like I know a lot of them, which is just crazy to think about how far I've come.
Yeah, it's really cool. We got time capsule here in the chat. That you can pull
Yeah.
up. Adam wants to know what film set had the best food and accommodations and which one had the worst.
Whew. Holy crap.
Is that common? Do the like? I don't think we had accommodations for you on our very low budget movie.
When no, it's just crashing at your house. That's good enough.
Accommodations.
Yeah. Um, I know that Clown Motel Part 3, and we just went to a screening for it a couple weeks ago, and when we were there is in Vegas in like August, and there was it was an Airbnb with 2 bedrooms and like 12 people staying there, and that's why I was like, because somebody is like, oh, here's a cot you could use, and I'm like, fucking, I'm putting this in the garage. And everybody's like, no, no, you can't do that. It's like 150 degrees in there. And I ended up like propping a fan in front of the door so it could blow in the AC. And I was fine out there, honestly. It was like having my own room to myself.
Were you at the actual Clown Motel?
No, no, I wasn't there for that. I wish I had been, but the one I was there for was for the ghost town. And like this literally is the middle of nowhere, and like there's only one road in and out of there, and the road ends maybe like 2 or 3 miles down the road, and it's just that's it. This is the end of the road. And it was cool. Like I found out that they filmed some of Hills Have Eyes Part 2 there,
Oh
the
wow,
the
was it
original.
maybe the flashback that the dog had? That was probably the best part of the whole movie.
Yeah, yeah, and
That fucking
it
movie,
was
dude.
cool, huh?
Um, does Adam wants to know, does the casting couch exist in indie horror? Has anyone ever tried to Weinstein you? Ew. Don't let them Weinstein you.
No, but there's a funny one that I didn't know his director well, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do this whole thing with different actors and stuff," and then he's like, "You're like a mercenary or something," and then he changed it. He's like, "No, no, no, I want you to play the guy on a leash in his underwear," and I was like, okay, I guess. I mean, at least these other people are gonna be there," and it turned out like, "Oh yeah, everybody else canceled, so it's just gonna be you and me." I'm like, so I'm like wearing a leash in my underwear, and it's just me and the director. And I
I
was like,
mean, I think you.
I
I,
am.
I think you got Weinstein.
Well, I asked one of my friends to go with me. She's an actress I've worked with on a few things, and it was funny because she's like sitting in the corner, like giving me like dirty ideas while I'm doing this.
Did
She's
they
just
oil
saying,
you up? If there's oil involved, run.
yeah. But it was crazy. It's so funny though because um did you ever see the Rammstein concert footage where he has like the guy on the leash that he drags out there and everything?
Nope.
Oh god. Yeah, it gets really bad and it gets really weird. Um like I remember watching them
Is
live.
it
I'm
kind
like,
of
what?
like in the movie This Is the End where they have Channing Tatum on a leash?
Exactly.
Okay, okay.
Exactly. So I had her come just to like be there, right? I needed just another person there. And it's funny because she like did something with her phone and then she starts playing that Rammstein song that I was just telling you about.
Uh
I look up and she's smiling about it. I'm like, God damn it.
huh. I mean, it's memorable.
Yeah.
Ariel, yes, I actually no, I haven't seen Frankenbabes from Beyond the Grave. I did see that it's up on YouTube though, but I really do love Andrew Bowser, so I'm super excited to watch it. They did show it at Crypticon, which was really neat. But
Oh,
Danny
did
and I are
they?
gonna watch that together. So remember Andrew Bowser from Onyx, the fortuitous one in the
Yes.
Talisman of Souls? He
Yes.
makes a lot of other movies. One of his movies that I think you would really like. It's kind of like it's a little short one, but it's really fun. It's got gosh, who was the gal in that? It's got Adrienne Barbeau in it, and it's got Zach
Oh, wow.
Galligan. And so he's at a convention. He's basically playing basically Alex Vincent from Child's Play. And
Okay.
he was somebody who was in this movie with this doll called Little Willie. And the premise of it is the guy starts to kind of like lose his mind, right? So either the
Hmm.
doll is actually alive or he's crazy, but then the doll is like killing people at this convention. And he keeps talking to like Adrienne Barbeau and Zach Galligan about what to do about it. So it's really cute. It's on YouTube. Little Willie.
Okay.
That one's but he's done lots of other short movies and his newest one is Frank and Babes from Beyond the Grave. So
Oh, that's
I
cool.
really like him. He's super cool. He was at
I
our
should get a
Oscars
hold of
last
him.
year too.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I should get a hold of him and say, hey, if you ever need a cop or a scumbag or anything,
Yeah,
really.
and he likes tarantulas, and he just got a jumping spider, so he's fun to follow on Instagram too.
Oh, that's so cool.
He's really cool. I really like him. I think it's one of Danny's favorite new movies that he's discovered in the last couple years is Onyx. He shows it to everybody. But Andrew Bowser's also just really cool. Like, um, we had ordered some stuff from his website, and one of the things was like out of print, so he wanted to send us a Blu-ray. I'm like, well, we already have a Blu-ray, but we're always introducing friends and stuff to it, and so I was like, well, if you want to, send us another one, that's cool. And yeah, he just did, and like, he's really nice, so
That's
really
really
cool dude.
cool.
And we
Nice.
haven't talked about wrestling at all.
Oh, yeah. I could talk about wrestling.
You like my segues there? Like that was a segue.
Yeah.
That's about as gentle a segue as the actual Segway creator driving the Segway. Which did you know he died on a Segway?
What?
The
Oh my
inventor
God.
of the Segway died on a Segway. He like rode it off a cliff.
What?
Truth, dude. Look it up. Google that shit.
That's insane.
It's insane.
Wow.
Anyway, how'd you get started into
Wow.
wrestling? You were pretty young.
Yeah, me and Danny were both, I
That's
think,
Danny Nightmare.
yeah. I think that you know that guy too, right?
I'm acquainted with him.
Oh, okay. So just in passing then, right?
More than passing.
Aha. So yeah, me and Danny started out in 2004, which is crazy to think about.
That's when
And
Hayden was born.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's cool. Yeah, me and Danny started out. We got trained by the same guy, and we're still doing it. A lot of the guys aren't around anymore for whatever reason. They retired or whatever, and we're still here. I don't know how, but yeah, yeah. And I actually just had a match on Saturday night down in Orange County.
Yeah, you've been wrestling a lot in California, and then you and Danny still occasionally go up to the Penticton area, I think, for thrash wrestling.
Yeah, yeah. Um, we're in Vernon. That was a couple weeks ago. Wow, that wasn't too far away. But yeah, we went up to Vernon and we were in singles matches, and I think that we did pretty well in them. And then like I go different places like BC or Alberta or Orange County, places like that. So I'm not like actively out there like searching for promotions or shows to do. I'm pretty much like, hey, if you want to get a hold of me to do a show, just let me know.
And
Like,
your wrestling gimmick is you're the greaser Ronnie Angel. Is that how you came up with, I mean, your pen name Ronnie Angel and your name Ronnie Angel? Is it for wrestling?
yeah, and that's pretty much what happened too is I wanted to like connect the dots for everybody. So know that this is the same person. So yeah, I went to I did wrestling first, then I went to Crypticon and did their announcing and everything. And then I did the books and I did those under Ronnie Angel too. And then of course I had to do the acting under that name. So
You might as well just change your name at this point.
what's that?
You might as well just legally change it at this point.
I know, right?
But he has like a billion names he goes by, and I'm not telling you which ones are the ones his parents gave him. But
Yeah.
it's not Ronnie.
Yeah.
Anyway, how did you come up with your gimmick?
That's what was funny is that when he first started training, I had like longer hair, and for
I can't
whatever
imagine you
reason,
with longer hair. I need to see pictures.
it was vampire-y.
So cool.
Yeah, but then for whatever reason, like I don't know, something just came over me. I cut my hair, I took my piercings out, and I got a couple tattoos as well. But I remember our trainer was like pissed off at me. And he's like, "Oh, great, kid. You killed your gimmick before you even started. What the fuck is wrong with you?" And then after a little bit, he's like, "You actually look like one of those greaser guys from the 50s." And I'm like, "Well, what a coincidence." Like, Sometimes They Come Back was one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So the killer greaser thing. So I got that from like Sometimes They Come Back.
Any
Um,
Stephen King bully.
Pretty much, yeah, yeah. And yeah, like Stand By Me, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, the name actually came from a guy who used to bully my dad when he was younger.
It
And
was Ronnie Angel.
that was his nickname that they gave him. And like I always thought it was not real, like he was full of it.
Uh huh.
And then um I was there when my dad met up with one of his old friends from school, and they're talking about this Ronnie Angel guy.
Yeah.
And they're like, whatever happened to him? And my dad is like, I don't know, he's probably dead or in prison or something. And I'm like, it's real. Whoa, that's so cool.
How did your dad feel about you naming yourself Ronnie Angel after his bully?
He thought it was pretty cool, actually. Like it works.
Yeah? That's
Yeah,
crazy. I
yeah,
had no idea that's where it came from. That's insane.
yeah, yeah. And yeah, like what I was saying, I mean, God, me and Danny have been doing that for like 20 years now, which is insane.
That is
Like
crazy.
yeah, I retired. You remember that when I had my knee surgery?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And then I was like, I'm never getting in a ring again. And then I ended up doing some shows in 2017. And then after moving down here, somebody's like, "Hey, do you want to try out wrestling again? This is 2021." And I'm just kind of like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Which, if I do an autobiography about me, that should be the name of it. Yeah, sure, why not? Because that's literally how I
My
got
girl
into
says that's why
wrestling.
she boos at your matches.
What's that?
She says that's why she boos at your matches.
Well, it's funny because the last show this last weekend, they're having me play a face or good guy, and like I was doing stuff in that match that I don't normally do. Like people were shocked to even see it.
Like
Um,
what?
like the one is where I set the guy on the top rope, and this is a move that Trish Stratus invented.
Mm-hmm.
So like I set him up on the turnbuckle, and then I do a handstand. So um, my ankles like go around here, and then when I go backwards, then they launch themselves.
That's
So
cool.
yeah, yeah, I did that. I gave the guy a superplex off the ropes. Um, yeah, I don't know why it just went balls out on that one.
Who
I,
are
I
your
think
favorite
maybe
wrestlers? Do you watch wrestling?
to a degree, somewhat. Like I always have to like catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when I was in Alberta the last time, either that or the time. No, I think it's the time before that. We went to SmackDown taping in Edmonton, and of course, wrestling is huge up there, especially with the Hart family and everything. So, yeah, that was like every now and then I'll kind of check in and see what's going on the scene. Um, but yeah, I'll occasionally watch it.
Do you have a favorite wrestler?
Mm, like from all time?
All time, dude. I feel
Well,
like you're gonna say Ric Flair.
um,
Macho
he's
Man.
up there. He's up there for sure. Um, I know another one that people don't think about too much was the model Rick Martel. Like he he was one of those guys where you just wanted to punch him. He had such a punchable face.
So like Adam Scott.
Yeah, to a degree.
I am sure I've said this many times. I'm sure he's a lovely person, but his face is punchable, and it's not just me, guys. Danny feels the same way. All right. He has a punchable face. Like I hate it when I'm watching a movie, like I'm watching Puppet Master 3, this stupid freaking face shows up, ruins the whole movie. But whatever. What am I gonna do about it? Nothing. That's what. What made you want to get into wrestling anyway?
um, this kind of goes back to what I was saying. Is my mom was working at the Money Tree in Wenatchee, and one of her clients was a wrestler, and they started talking, and then my mom was like, "Hey, um, do you still like the wrestling stuff?" I'm like, I'll watch it on occasion. She's like, do you want to try wrestling? I'm like, okay. So that's what happened. Like,
How old
yeah,
were
sure,
you?
why not? Um, 20 at the time. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
So we got
it's
some good
crazy.
ideas here from Sausage, aka Tony Rosa. He says you should make a wrestling entrance on a Segway, and I agree. I agree.
You know,
Or
there's
a Segway match, two people on Segways fighting.
oh, like jousting almost.
Yeah,
I can
that
see
would be
that. I'd
cool,
get down with
dude.
that.
Make that happen.
Yeah,
Easy.
yeah.
What's the worst injury you've got in wrestling?
Oof. Definitely when I had my knee surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because that was nuts. Like it happened literally doing nothing. Like you know the yay boo spot, and the good guys get up, yay, get out of my way. Let me show you something. Boo, screw you too. And I stepped backwards off the rope, and my knee just buckled, and I've been doing that for a while
I
before that,
in
a
Derby
long
you hear
time.
about stuff like that a lot too because there's a lot of knee injuries in Derby, and I remember like one girl like she was just standing there, her knees were locked, and it just popped, just gave out.
Oh no.
I know it
Yeah,
happened.
it is so crazy to think that like it happens so easily. Like I had another knee injury about a year after I started back here in California, and it was very simple. The guy had me on his shoulders, rake the eyes, and slide out. So very simple. I was just pushing off of his shoulder and landing on my feet. But when I did, my right knee this time just buckled, and it was a PCL injury, and like that put me out of action for a while too. So both of my knees are kind of
It's a
shot
long
right now.
recovery too, right?
Oh yeah, but yeah, now my knees kind of take turns.
Yeah.
Like the left one, it's like I'll be hurting this week. You can clock in next week, and then you could be hurting the next week after that. So yeah, I've the knee injuries were bad. The time I split my head open with a garbage can, that was pretty horrific.
Does that deter you from wanting to go back in the ring?
Not really. I'm kind of stupid, so I I just go
Does
back.
Nicole? Okay, Nicole, for anyone who doesn't know, is his fiance. They're getting married next year. Super
Mhm.
rad. I hear he's got a pretty awesome groomswoman lined up, and a pretty cool best man, Danny Nightmare.
Yeah.
How does she feel about your wrestling? And like, does she worry about you? Doing it? Does she ever deter you? Like with Danny, for example, I'm not okay with hardcore matches. I don't like any thumbtacks, glass, any of that stuff. Like the last time he did one, he got pretty beat up, and I was like,
Mhm. Yeah, same here. Like, I won't do the deathmatch stuff. I've
Mm-hmm.
I've done other ones, you know, like tables, ladders, chairs, um, the ECW type of match. But yeah, when you throw in like broken glass and barbed wire and thumbtacks and things like that, like I'm no, I'm not into that at all. And I
I
know
don't think
Nicole
that's
isn't
like
either.
really like. I feel like that's kind of a gimmick a lot of people do when they're not that good at wrestling. Like I'd rather when I watch wrestling, I'd rather see people do cool moves than see them. I mean, anybody can get cut up by glass or thumbtacks. Anybody can. I mean, I guess it's impressive to see people who can do it without having a reaction, like going, like I would if I stepped on a Lego. But I would much rather see somebody do feats that I can't do. I can't even do a bump, dude. So,
Yeah, and that's the funny thing is like when we first started, like one of the first things that you learn is bumps. And one of the old timers told us like, hey, even if your career doesn't last very long, you can slip in the middle of a grocery store and you'll be fine. Because you know to take a bump.
exactly. And honestly, I think
Yeah.
one of the best things I learned from Derby is learning how to fall properly. Like, even though it's not natural, like to go towards your back onto your butt if you can, or we had knee pads on, so how to fall onto your knees, like not just drop onto them, but to gradually like fall onto them. A lot of people put out their arms and stuff, and your wrists are so vulnerable. So learning how to fall without breaking a lot of shit, I guess, is probably the best thing I learned from roller derby. So Nicole says very against death matches, but otherwise I
There
support
you
him. I
go.
could just as easily get hurt lifting weights. So I feel as long as he feels comfortable wrestling, I'm always happy to watch him. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And she comes to all of my shows down here.
That's awesome.
And yeah,
I need
yeah,
to get a new
she's just
passport so I can go to more of Danny's.
yeah. You totally should. Road trip.
That's the plan. I want to get one here
Yeah.
soon. Danny says both his knees suck now. So Adam wants to know: does the event host cover wrestling injuries? Also, on a
Hell
movie
no.
set, are any of you insured, or is it like you get hurt, you're on your own?
It's pretty much that. It's if you get hurt, you're on your own. Um, yeah, I've never seen anybody cover for injuries or things like that. But
We had to get
uh,
insurance when I was in Derby. I'm surprised they don't have like an insurance for wrestlers.
oh god, yeah. I wish that we could.
There's a special sports insurance that we had to get that covered us for any injuries that happened during games or whatever. And then we also, it was super cool. We had a chiropractor who would come and like get you all
Oh
popped
wow.
up, and if you had to be taped up before a match or anything. So like that was cool. I mean, we had to pay for it every month. It was like, but it was only like 20 something dollars. It wasn't much. Good
Wow.
for
Yeah,
wrestlers.
we've never had anything like that, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, like the one I was saying about when I got hit by the garbage can, like I the guy it was a gimmick that I used to use and people would laugh at it and they'd love it. Like somebody would put a garbage can over my head and then like literally all I could see is underneath me, like my feet, and they're talking to me like a post. Okay, boom, post, turn me around, post. So I'm like, okay, they're gonna launch me into this post. And he turns me around and he's like, wall. And I'm just like, oh my God, where's the wall? Where's the wall? Where's the wall? And he's like walking me over, no, running me over there. And I can't see anything. And I tense up like this. And it literally comes off. It hits the wall. It bounces back and hits me in the face, like right here.
And I think that's something else I learned from roller derby too. I think our natural inclination when we know when injury is forthcoming is to tense up. But the best thing I can
Yeah.
tell you guys in any situation, whether it's a car accident, you're falling off a horse, anything, go as loose as possible. That's why a lot of times when people are asleep in a car accident, they have less injuries. It's because their body's completely loose. So the best thing you can do is instead of like buckling in, is to just be loose. But also like
Oh, yeah.
fall on the stuff that can take it, like your booty. So I have broken my
Yeah.
tailbone too. But I
Well,
mean, I think I had a long tailbone. Now I don't. My
well,
brother is in the chat. Yes, thank you. I did turn up my mic. Thank you, little
ah,
brother.
cool.
And hey, thanks for the super chat. I got a $5 super chat from my brother.
Sweet.
And he says
That's
Ronnie is
awesome.
awesome. He is. He is very awesome.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, with that garbage can though, like I literally like sat down in the chair. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a black eye, and I went like this, and I'm just like, oh no, I'm bleeding, and I'm like,
Made you
I'm
bleed your
bleeding a
own
lot.
blood?
Yeah.
Some bullshit.
So yeah, that was one of those things. I had to go to the emergency room in Penticton and get sewed up, which in this area is not a fun place to get stitches.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I've had a lot of bad injuries. Like my pinky is still all messed up years later.
That's the worst thing that happened to me is I got, well, actually not the worst. I did get a contusion in one of my fingers, but it was just a
Hmm.
contusion. It felt worse than it was. The funniest one that ever happened to me, though, so I don't know if you can relate to this, but I feel like when you have adrenaline going through your body, you don't, I personally, I have a pretty high pain tolerance anyway, but with adrenaline, I guess I don't feel crap. So we had a derby match, and before the bout starts, you're going around the track warming up with your team. And the
Hmm.
referees were going, and they're supposed to go the same direction as us, but they weren't, and they were talking, they weren't paying attention. And I'm just looking at my captain for instructions
Hmm.
on what we're supposed to do. And the referee, plows right into me. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah, no big deal, no harm, no foul. I
Hmm.
played an entire fucking bout, dude. An entire bout. This is like a 2-hour game. I went to the after party. I clog danced. We won the after party. Drank. Had fun. The next day, my wrist is all freaking black, and I freaking sprained my wrist, dude. Had no idea. Played an entire game like that.
Wow. Yeah,
Crazy.
that's crazy how that happens. Like what you said with the adrenaline rush, like I had one a while back where I wrestled this guy. We beat the crap out of each other, and we were very stiff, very hard on each other. So when we finally got backstage, like pretty much both of us collapsed on the floor. So we're like laying on the floor in the lobby of this
Someone just
place.
breaks out a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Here, buddy.
Like, hey man, how you feeling? Uh, I don't know. I'll let you know in a few more
Can I ask you
minutes.
a weird question? Just
Sure.
I know I'm not talking about Derby a lot, but this is kind of my way of like relating to you. But one really disgusting thing we would do in roller derby because your pads stink, and we'd be like,
Hmm.
"Oh God, that's so disgusting." Here, you smell it. I just have to know: do wrestlers do this, or is it just a disgusting derby thing?
Um, no, we really don't
Okay,
do
good.
that part.
That's good. Derby girls are gross. That's what we've learned today, guys. No, they
But
would
I,
reek so bad. So bad.
yeah, and that's
But
the
you do
same with.
have like nasty smelling dudes, right?
Oh yeah,
So
oh yeah,
something
all the time.
Danny has told me is he will not eat the day of a match
Mhm.
because it's not uncommon for a guy to like a person to land really really hard and then evacuate their bowels.
See, it's funny because we were literally having that same conversation going up to BC the last time. And thank God I've been doing it since 2004. I've never I've never peed myself, I never pooped myself, I've never thrown up in a match, although I've made other people throw up in a match
Oh, that did they puke on you?
several times. No, thank God.
Have you
Um,
wrestled somebody who pooped?
no, no, I haven't actually.
That's really good. That's really really good. I would know in roller derby some girls they would say they'd pee a little bit when they got hit.
No, really.
They wore like maxi pads.
Well, it's funny as far as that goes. Like that's the old wrestler saying is that you know that your match is getting closer because you have to pee more.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What's that?
I would have that too, and it sucks because you'd have all the pads and stuff on, and I would just feel like I couldn't pee enough before a bout.
Yeah. Yeah, same thing for
Why
us.
does your body do that? That sucks.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
Okay,
But I'm
here's a question. Are after parties for movies, how do they compare to after parties for wrestling matches?
Um, Definitely the movies are better because there's very few after parties that I've been a part of with wrestling, unless they're just like telling me like, "Oh yeah, we're just going back to the hotel." Ugh, God, got rid of that Ronnie guy, thank God.
What are the movie
But
after parties like?
um, it depends. Like I've had some really good ones down here in LA, and like we just did the annual. It's this Halloween party at Madame Tussauds,
Mm-hmm.
and those are always a lot of fun. And just like movie ones in general are better because they don't really exist in the wrestling world. Like when we did PWB and Wenatchee, those were we had some crazy after parties after those. And
That was the company that you did with your dad and Danny, right?
yeah, yeah, like those parties were great. Those parties were insane. And then some of the Canadian ones too, um, because you'll like be on the road with these people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, oh yeah, we're doing this show tonight, then we're doing this one tomorrow night, and then like in between, it's just like, hell yeah, let's get fucked up.
That's crazy. That's awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
so living in LA, you've lived in LA for like 4 years now, right?
Oh no, LA. I've been here longer than that. I've been wrestling here for 4 years, but I moved here in 2018.
Tony says the
Crazy.
PWB after parties were awesome.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
That was
Yeah.
before I knew you guys.
What's that?
That was before I knew you guys. What's the craziest thing that happened at a PWB after party?
Oh God. Oh God. Um, this is on me, and it's because sometimes when you're that drunk, like you don't realize certain things. And me and my partner Haas Tool, we bought this case of beer, and then it was in the room with these other wrestlers, and they locked the door and everything. So where that's all that we can see is like beer vision, just like where's our beer? We need to get more fucked up.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. So we like pounded on the door, and then I can't remember who did what exactly because one of us like kicked in the door and the other one came in with a fire extinguisher. So like we sprayed down the room with the fire extinguisher, and like the alarm was going off, and the ones inside the room, there's two wrestlers and a female. She wasn't a wrestler really, she's a valet. So they were in that room, and then they run out of the room and jump into the next room, and we don't care what's going on. We got our beer, this is great.
That's all that
Like
mattered. That's all that mattered. Danny says Shark
yeah,
Boy and
yeah,
Shark Girl were always fun.
yeah, yeah. But it was funny in this situation because we didn't realize what exactly the two wrestlers and the valet were doing. And then we hear, oh yeah, they jumped into the next room, and then they had like this three-way thing going on.
Wait,
And
wait, what?
yeah, yeah, they had a three-way going on in the room that we just sprayed down, and then they had to jump into
You
another
need to
room to
spray
do
that room
that.
down again.
Yeah.
You need to disinfect that room. That room is
Yeah.
it's the room is we just need to burn the room. We need to burn the room. And
Yeah.
Dusty Zigma just gifted 5 Gory B Movie memberships. That's so
Nice.
cool. I got some streams and stuff on here that are members only. So I'm really excited that you guys can see those. And then you get badges and all kinds of stuff. It looks like Paula got one and Val. Hey, I didn't know you guys were here. DJ Play Favorites, Orange Kitty. That's my friend Annie. Ben. That's awesome, guys.
Yeah.
Now you can use all the cool emotes. That's true. I made those. I did not. Well, yeah, it's random, but that's so
Yeah.
awesome. Danny says Haas had the fire extinguisher.
Okay, so now we get more answers to this.
More
Haas had the fire
answers?
extinguisher. So I was the one who kicked the door.
So I have to know because that's kind of what I was going towards earlier. Living in LA, do you just see famous people all the freaking time, or what?
On occasion, like the one with Jack Black is still
Well, tell
amazing
that
to me.
story because they haven't heard that story.
Yeah, yeah. So I went to a movie screening. It was
For rats.
for Rats. Yes, the Italian. It's not the greatest movie, but it's entertaining as hell. They
Apparently,
literally threw like live
Jack
rats on
Black
these
likes it.
people. Yeah, yeah. So we're watching the movie, and my friend is like, "Is that Jack Black?" And I look over, I'm like, "Oh shit, it is! Wow, that's cool." And anyways, watching the movie, I'm like, "Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back." So I go to the bathroom, and I'm washing my hands, and I look, and this guy comes in. He's washing his hands next to me. I'm like, "Oh my god, it's you!" And he was like, "Yeah, it's me." Um,
Dude, I know the
yeah,
coolest people in bathrooms, and I guess you do too.
yeah. Well, it's so funny because I told him, okay, this is gonna sound weird, but I've told myself if I ever meet you, there's just one word I have to say to you. And he's just like, oh,
Dude,
okay.
we're in a bathroom. Where's the
Yeah,
security?
yeah. So I was like, I told him Tenasket. And he's like, how do you know Tenasket? My family's from Tenasket. And I was like, yeah, yeah, I know this because I used to live in Wenatchee. And like from that point on, we just started talking and then like got back in the theater, we're watching the movie. I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to bug him, you know? And once the movie is over, he's just like, hey, Wenatchee, come here. I'm just like,
That's so
oh,
cool.
wow. Yeah, yeah. And we ended up, we talked, just stayed and talked to him for a while. And he's, I tell people he's everything that you think he would be, how he would act in person. And he was like, oh, wow, you do wrestling? What's your Instagram? And it's like, oh, you got a new follower. And
Uh, that kind of reminds me.
yeah,
But finished the Jack Black story. Yes.
oh yeah, yeah. So he did that, and he's like, you never know when a certain master luchador might show up at your next show. And I was just like, this is so cool. And he was the one
Lato
too.
Libre.
Yeah. And he was the one too. He's like, I got to get a picture with you guys. I'm just like, oh,
That's cool.
wow.
He sounds super sweet and down to earth.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like I told you a few weeks ago when I was in the theater and Jericho and Darcy were
Yeah,
there. Yeah, yeah. And
that's cool.
yeah, and it's one of those things like, because I went up, I'm like, hey, Y2J. He's like, yep, yeah, that's me. And I was like, hey, man, have you heard from Black Dragon lately? And he just kind of like stops and he smiles and he starts talking about wrestling in Canada and Black Dragon. And yeah, yeah, it was really cool getting to talk to him. And especially Darcy.
Yeah,
And
she's
what's
super
really
sweet.
cool, yeah, yeah, and
It's
she
so
remembered
crazy,
me.
like how much they interact with their fans from the Last Drive-In. Like, if you guys are fans of the Last Drive-In, just join the live tweeting, or even on Instagram during the show, and yeah, they'll retweet you, they'll message you. They're super rad.
Oh
But
yeah,
what I was
yeah,
gonna
and
say to you was, I don't know if you know this, but I have an Instagram, a different Instagram, called Gory
oh,
Draws Dongs. Because sometimes I draw horror movie characters like dongs. They're the cutest dick pics you'll ever see, guys. All right, I'm not that deranged. Anyway, I met
it
Melissa
reminds me of
Rose, and
Super
I was
Bad.
like, you're somebody I've always kind of wanted to draw for my Instagram. And I was like, well, you gotta see it first. And so I showed it to her. And she's like, oh, this is so cool. I'm gonna follow it. And then Don Mancini, I had to show him. I was like, I gotta show you a picture I drew of your boy. And it's Chucky as a dong, and he loved it. He's like, oh, he looks so good. So
That's great.
that's pretty cool. Yeah.
It
So you can
reminds me of
follow
Super
it.
Bad.
Yeah, I mean, but mine are cuter than his. Like, they're all happy. You guys need to see
Well,
it for yourself before you make judgments about me and my dong drawing. Okay? It's totally normal hobby. Normal. I mean, honestly, it comes down to I'm not really good at drawing hands. So if I draw people as dongs, and I'm great at drawing balls, so good. I did pom pom balls for Pennywise, and I'm
That's
really good at
great.
it. I'm really good at it. So
I'm actually looking at this. God, what was it? Uh, because I interviewed Felissa Rose in this first book, and she was talking about her legacy,
yeah,
and she was like, "Yeah, my legacy will forever be the chick with the dick."
she was on a panel. It was like a Final Girls panel, Women of Horror panel at HorrorCon, and she sat next to Kari Wurr, who was in like Hellraiser Deader, and she was in Sliders and a whole bunch of other stuff. And she's talking about this movie, which I haven't seen it, where she's like an ant or whatever, and she's like, and I had a penis, and then Felissa Rose was like, me too. Like it was so adorable. And even Don Mancini, he was like, he mentioned it when I met him. He's like, I just met Felissa Rose. Have you ever met her? I'm like, yes, a couple times. Like, she's great. He's like, she just exudes light. I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
she's one of the nicest people I've ever met.
yeah, and like every time
Oh yeah,
I
I drew
see her,
sausage as a dong, by the way. He had brass balls.
that's awesome. Yeah, every time I see Felissa too, she is always like, "Ronnie."
Yeah, she's
That's just
super
always
sweet,
so
and that's
cool.
also what I like about meeting Joe Bob and Darcy is like they actually remember me when I see them again, and I don't expect any celebrities to remember me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam knows sliders. What's up? Dusty says Ronnie took me around Hollywood, and I got to watch a guy poop next to a cop car.
That's true.
Yeah, we're small town people, okay, guys. We're small town Pacific Northwest people, so like that's something you don't see every day here. That's an LA exclusive.
Yeah, yeah, and I just remember that too. I was driving him around, and they're like, "Is that a guy taking a dump on the sidewalk?" I'm like, "Welcome to Hollywood."
That reminds me of something else you do, especially might be of interest to people who are friends with the Greasy Strangler, because Big Ronnie here is much like them, only instead of a disco tour, you have a horror tour.
Yes.
So tell us about your
Yeah.
horror tour.
Yeah, yeah. I first thought of that in 2020, and I went out, I bought a van and everything, and I was
Oh, like in
like
Leprechaun
printed out
2.
stuff. What's that?
Like in Leprechaun 2.
Kind of, yeah.
They had a van?
Yeah. But it was crazy because I literally got the van like 2 days before the shutdown happened. So I never really got to do it. I would do a few tours. I think maybe I'll do like 5 or so. And then it was just like the shutdown was going on, and I was sick of driving this giant van around Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to trade it in, but I still take people on the tours whenever they're visiting town. I'm just like, just let me know, and then I'll
Because
take
there's
you on a
so
tour.
many filming locations. You showed me like some of the ones we saw the Charmed House, which was cool. Danny wants to
Yep.
go back there again. You know what's really rad about that place that I found out? If
Yeah,
you can actually contact the owners, and if you give them advance notice, they'll let you see the inside of the house. Like
that's really
that's
cool.
crazy. There's so many places around Pasadena that you showed us, from Halloween 3, Halloween
Oh yeah.
2. You showed us
Wait,
Laurie Strode's house.
yeah, the Halloween 3 bar.
The Umbrella
That
Kill location from Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
and the Garbage Day neighborhood too.
Garbage Day. You showed me
Yeah,
Pee Wee's house.
they just had a screening of Silent Night Deadly Night 2. I think it's like last weekend here in town.
Oh
And
wow.
I don't think that the people got it. I don't think that they really understood
Yeah,
because yeah, like I was there laughing my ass off.
I love
And then
that
there's
movie.
other people, they just didn't get it. They were just kind of like what's wrong with this guy? It's like, come on. It's one of the most entertaining movies of all time.
So they're all serious. How can you be serious during Silent Night, Deadly Night 2? Here you go, baby.
Right? Yeah.
I met
So yeah,
Eric Freeman at a convention, and he said he didn't do them for the longest time just because he was kind of embarrassed about it. But I was like, no, people love that movie, dude. They're like, you were
especially
memorable and awesome in it. Huh?
especially his eyebrows.
Yes. And I was on a stream yesterday where I was talking to some friends, and they were talking about like what makes a movie a cult movie and why can't you force it. And I think it comes down to something memorable about it. So it could be a memorable kill. It could be something memorable about the plot. Like I like Uninvited, where I can just be like, a mutant cat pukes up a smaller mutant cat. You know,
Yeah.
you can Necropolis. There's a 6-boobed woman in it. You know, things like that
Yeah.
are memorable. I think that makes it a cult, or you know, an interesting performance like The Room or Silent Night,
Yeah.
Deadly Night too.
Street Trash is another great one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they play keep away with the guy's dick.
This is true. This is true. Yeah,
Yeah,
because the streets of Hollywood are more real than you think. Oh, also, Robert Englund finally got his star in the Walk of Fame.
I saw that. I wish I could have been there.
That's cool.
Yeah,
What,
yeah, it
buddy?
was.
Do you need to go? Sit down. Free. Now Kirby's coming in. Brewster's leaving. Kirby's coming in, and Broccoli's just like, I'm taking a nap. So
It's like a revolving door.
it really is. There's so many animals in this small room.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Spiders is out. Hello, child. There's my child.
Yeah.
So,
He's
who
still
are
new
some of
to
the
it.
people you've met just walking around Hollywood or just going to places in LA?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's like those ones, or like in line to get gas behind Lawrence Fishburne.
That's
Like,
crazy.
yeah, yeah. Like it's crazy sometimes that you'll just run into these people. Um, yeah, yeah. It's like at the party at Madame Tussauds.
Mhm.
Like you'll run into people there all the time. Like Ray Weiss, he goes there. Um, Andy Dick, you'll you'll probably run into him at some point down in
I've heard
Hollywood.
in New York that's how it is with Woody Allen. So Andy Dick is like that in LA, right? You just see Andy Dick everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. Like the time that I met him is like I went to a Green Jelly show, and some of my friends were performing with the band,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, "Hey, do you want to go backstage and meet Andy Dick?" I'm like, "Okay, sure, why not?" And yeah, he's just well known as like the town drunk
So,
here in
what is
Hollywood.
the etiquette when you are in someplace and like LA or New York and you see a celebrity on the street? What is the etiquette?
Like I said, it just depends on who it is. Like Jack Black was cool,
Mm-hmm.
Jericho. Um,
Do you
a lot
normally
of those
approach
people.
them or you just go about your day?
If I have a way to approach them,
Mm-hmm.
like with the ones I was saying, like there's certain connections.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure that there's a few that will be like cool. Like God, what the hell was her name? I think it's Samantha Phillips
Mm-hmm.
from Phantasm 2. Like I've run into her a few times and she's been really cool.
That's
Um
cool.
yeah, yeah. When I met her, I was just like, you weren't you in an Iron Maiden music video? And she's like, yeah, it was From Here to Eternity. I'm like, oh my god, I love From Here to Eternity.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. So like it depends on a case by case basis, pretty much. Um, oh, my friends took me to Gold's Gym down in Venice Beach, and I was like asking the people that work there, like, "Hey, does Arnold really come in here from time to time?" And the guy at the front desk was like, "Right there."
No, really?
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And I got to get a picture with him. And when I started to walk over there, like he took a few pictures of people, and then his bodyguard was just like this, like no more.
Yeah.
And yeah, they took off. Um, but also at the same one, I met the masterpiece, Chris Masters,
Mm-hmm.
and that was really cool because again, we had something to talk about because he's worked for thrash wrestling several times. So it's one of those moments of like, wow, small world. Like,
Yeah, yeah. That's crazy. I think
yeah,
Danny
you
told me
work for
back in your
thrash.
PWB
Right.
days that he even talked to Becky Lynch before she became a big deal. Like,
That
that's
is
pretty
very
cool.
true. I still have some flyers that have me and her on them, or some programs with her on it.
Mm-hmm.
And like Brian Danielson was another one.
That's
Um,
awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
You know who I met
And
at HorrorCon? The Boogeyman. He was really nice, but Dan's not into
oh,
him. the guy who eats
that's
worms.
yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
was all in
That-
makeup and everything, dude. That guy was cool.
That's really cool.
So yeah, we met Danhausen there last year, and then they also had Darby Allen and a few other people this year.
Yeah, I met Downhausen down in Burbank,
Yeah,
and
he's awesome.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I have to ask, like, because you're always, it seems like you're always writing something. Are you working on another book?
Yes. I actually have 3 screenplays that I've completely written. Um, 2 of them are horror, and the other one is I've I had some people read it, and this one girl said it's not horror, but it's horrific. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and since it's based on a true story, that makes it even worse. And it's a part of history like nobody talks about. Like, even if you try to Google about this event that happened, you won't get a whole lot of information.
What event is that?
So, is if you get a chance, look up the Chokecherry Canyon Massacre
Okay.
or the Broken Circle. Um, yeah, since we were on a Navajo reservation town,
Mm-hmm.
like that was a thing, and then they like several of them got killed, and they find out that it was like high school teenagers that were doing it for fun, and then I just like created a universe around that, and like different characters, like the sheriff and people like that, and like everybody that's read it really loves it, which is awesome. I wish that I could like sell it to somebody so they can make it, because I don't think I would be able to do it justice properly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
You were trying to make a movie there for a while though. What happened with that movie?
oh yeah, After Midnight. Um, there were several things that happened. Like the director would like change. He'd be like, "Oh, I'm busy on this date." Well, we already locked it in a month ago. Yeah. Well, we'll do it this date. And then he canceled once, and me and Nicole, actually mainly Nicole, she was like scrambling to get a replacement.
Mm-hmm.
So she found a replacement. I'm like, all right, everything's good. And then this actor I was flying in from Florida, who had been freaking out because of the riot in LA that was happening. And I even showed him a map. I'm like, look, LA's here. LAX is right here. We're not going anywhere near
Yeah,
downtown.
LA's huge.
Yeah, yeah. But he let it get the best of him, and he's like, "Yeah, I have to cancel, but it's okay. It's okay. You could get a voucher from it, and we could film this later on." And I'm just kind of like listening to him, like, "There's not going to be another time." Like, I and one of my friends is like, he was working with me on it, and he said like, "Hey, you could find plenty of tall people in LA to play this role. You don't have to fly somebody from Florida."
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I
Get Garrett
guess,
Mears. Get that guy.
yeah, if I could, that would be awesome.
He's really
I've
talented.
actually
I've been
been
to
in,
some conventions.
yeah, yeah. And I've been on several things with Robert Mukes from,
And
uh,
Zigma, my brother's really tall.
yeah,
There
yeah.
you go. He's a tall dude.
So, yeah, yeah. So, I mean, that happened.
He
And
wants you to
then,
make a horror movie about a pug called The Pugganing. Make that
only if we could do
happen.
the
The flat
Puginator too.
faced menace.
Yeah. I would love to see that actually.
So you're working on more on screenplays now. Do you think you're gonna write another book?
Yeah, I've actually been working on one, and
Slash Dreams 3?
actually Smash Dreams,
Why Smash
because
Dreams?
it's be my experience in the world of wrestling.
Interesting, interesting. So you'd be talking to wrestlers for that one.
No, not really, just my own
Your own
experiences, and then
experiences?
yeah, yeah. Because we have seen some crazy shit on the road, and just been doing it for so long that there's so many stories. Like, you know who that is. I actually just wrote a chapter on Devlin, on Clayton Devlin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
mean
whole
that
book in
guy.
itself. Gosh, I remember when you guys did that one show, and I honestly don't even know if I want to share
the
Devlin stories.
the one in Yakima.
Yep.
Yeah. I can say something about that. That me and Danny and Zach had this hotel room, right?
Hmm.
And Clayton did the regular Devlin thing of just like when we'd be at a restaurant and he'd be like, "Oh man, it looks so good. God, I'm so hungry. Wish you had money though." And he'd just do that,
Yeah.
like to get sympathy or whatever. So with the hotel thing, he was like, "Oh yeah, can I crash with you guys, please? It's better than sleeping in the car and yada yada." And finally, we were like, "Okay, fine, let's sleep on the floor or whatever."
Uh huh.
And like as soon as we opened the door, he ran into the bathroom, and it's like, "Oh, I guess he had to pee." But then the shower turns on, and we're both kind of looking at each other like, "What the fuck is he doing in there?" And I remember telling Danny, like, if he uses up all the towels for whatever reason, I'm gonna kill
Why
this
do
guy.
you even need to use all the towels?
Yeah, yeah. And that was so crazy because after he's done with the shower, literally every towel was soaking wet on the floor. Like it didn't make any sense.
It
And I
doesn't. This is just Clayton, guys. It's just
yeah, and
wait.
I confronted him and I asked him about it, and he's like, "Oh, those yeah, they were there when we got in the room.
Right. Right.
There's not a hotel in existence that would leave a pile of wet towels on the bathroom floor." It like yeah, there are so many stories with that guy.
Yeah. So you're
Um,
gonna have a whole chapter just on Clayton and his buffoonery.
yes.
That's entertaining. What else are you working
Slightly
on,
punched.
or what else can we look forward to?
Mm, well, I've got that.
Wrestling,
Um,
acting, writing.
yeah, yeah. With the acting, there's always things coming up, and uh, that's how I do it. Is I'm like, I'll do one movie, and then somebody else sees me or is on the
Hmm.
set with me, and they're like, "Wow, we want you to do this movie," and I'll be on that set, and they're like, "We want you to do this movie." So it kind of goes. That's how wrestling always was for me. And it's like you get bookings like through people that you've already worked with before.
Do you have any
So,
advice for people who want to get started in acting? Like if they've just moved down to LA and they want to get started?
mm, I don't know. I'd say, yeah, check backstage.com
Mm-hmm.
because I've gotten a lot of work through there. And then Central Casting is a place where they cast extras and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So once you sign up with them, they'll send you job offers.
Oh, that's
And
really cool.
yeah, so those are a couple good places to start at, anyways. And like with me, I just made friends, and then it would kind of go from there. Like I was saying, you'll be on the set with one person, and they're like, "Wow, I'm making my first movie. Do you want to be on it?"
Like
So
networking and making connections.
exactly, yeah. So that's my advice for that. Anybody want to get into acting down here?
Very cool.
Yeah,
Do you have any
or come
wrestling
see.
coming up?
Um, nothing as of right now. I know that they wanted me to go up to Alberta again.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I'll see how that goes if I'm able to with everything else going on. But yeah, there's that. There's always shows in Orange County too. So
That's
I
cool.
yeah. So I'm wrestling here and there, but my schedule's slowing down. And Nicole could tell you this that I'm hoping to be done with wrestling by my next birthday. So by March.
Gonna retire.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna write the book, right? Smash Dreams.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
So
story are you
yeah.
most excited to tell in Smash Dreams?
Oh. Hmm. There's a lot. There's a real lot. I know Danny can attest to this. Our trainer, he I think you probably heard stories about that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, delinquent Damian Michaels. Um,
Mhm.
there's a lot of stories about him and when we first started. So yeah, that's one that there's a lot of material I could use. So yeah, Canadian adventures, things like that. Yeah.
Cool, very cool. And
Mhm.
then, I mean, coming up this, we're going into 2026. What upcoming horror movies are you most excited for?
Upcoming horror movies.
Yeah.
Um,
Or have you seen
hmm.
any this year that are really good?
Yeah, we've seen quite a few. Sinners was amazing. We love
I'm like the
Sinners.
last person who hasn't seen it.
Oh no
I wanted
way.
to see it in the cinema really bad, but that one's good. Is that your favorite for
Yes.
the year, you think?
No, Final Destination Bloodlines is my favorite this
So
year.
good.
Yeah. That beginning on what is essentially the Space Needle, um, that's a legit fear.
Yeah, I think anybody from Seattle or who's been to Seattle has thought about that. So I thought that was a really good one. Because I think those are the best ones where you can connect it to something in your real life. Like everybody remembers the logs from Final Destination 2.
Oh god, yeah. Especially living in the Pacific Northwest. I have
Yeah.
literally risked my life to go around a log truck.
Yeah. Or gosh, the any truck that has like the flammable logo on it. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah. So that was definitely my favorite. Um, Sinners was good. We saw Black Phone 2, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
The new Conjuring. Um,
Yeah?
yeah, which is funny because we went with me and Nicole went on the Warner lot to do that because they
Mhm.
get to go to a lot of screenings. And one of her executives was like, I'm sitting in between Nicole and her, and she's just telling me like, "Hey, just so you know, I don't handle horror movies too well. Like, I might hit you
Yeah.
or like cling on to you." And I didn't believe her. I was just like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." And the first time that she dug her nails into my arm, I was like, "Okay,
I have
this is legit."
I don't get scared or anything, but if I get like really excited by a movie, I tend to smack Danny. He's like, "God damn it!" But luckily, it doesn't happen very much. Nicole says she's excited to see Obsession.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Or
Did you see Good
what's
Boy?
not yet, not yet.
That
I
one
need
was
to though.
good.
I want to see Keeper or the Keeper or whatever
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
the Osgood Perkins one.
Yeah, we saw the monkey too, and that was an interesting movie.
Yeah, and it had fucking Adam Scott in it, dude. I swear. Like that
Yeah,
guy just pops up all the time and stuff, dude. What is up with that? Who is his agent? Why is he getting cast in everything?
yeah, I want that agent. Jeez.
Freaking Adam Scott. And we're also
Yeah.
coming into like Christmas season. So, and I know you're like the guy to talk to when it comes to obscure B horror movies. Do you have any good
Oh yeah.
horror Christmas recommendations?
Yes. Don't open until Christmas
That's a good one.
is
Talk
yeah.
about that one a little
That's
bit.
on another level. What's that?
Yeah, talk about that one a little bit, like what it's about and everything.
With that one, it's interesting because it's not some guy dressed as Santa killing people. It's a guy killing people who are dressed as Santa.
Yeah.
Plot twist. And it's it's brutal. Like there's a point when he has like one of those, with the switchblade and the shoe, like almost like Itchy the Killer. Like he takes that out and just kicks a Santa in the balls with it. I'm just like, oh my
Santa's got
god.
balls.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
And
awesome.
then there's a part in the movie where like he goes up to some guy at the urinal and just takes a straight razor and goes zip. Like whoever made that was a pretty sick fucking person.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, that one's pretty I think they showed that one on the last drive-in at one point. They've shown a lot of movies on
Probably,
there.
yeah. It's funny because we went to the New Beverly, which is Quentin Tarantino's theater,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a double feature. It was Don't Open Until Christmas and To All a Good Night, and they like remastered To All a Good Night because the when I first saw it before, it's so dark you can't even really tell half
Yeah.
of the things that were happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they went too far in the other direction. So now it looks like everything is happening in the daytime.
Some movies, when they remaster,
Yeah.
I feel like it almost kind of ruins it. Like when you watch Sleepaway Camp, and then there's that part where I think it's supposed to be Angela in the doorway, but it's the it's her cousin. And
Yeah,
now
yeah,
now with
Ricky.
they've remastered it, you can see that. Someone also just
Yeah.
pointed out to me that in the original Friday the 13th, it looks like Betsy Palmer's inside one of the houses, like watching them. But I think it's
Well,
probably like maybe a camera person or something. I don't know.
or I've always thought it was Tom Savini,
Yeah.
or if not Tom, maybe
I think it's
his
probably like a
assistant.
crew person that's just not supposed to be seen, but it is you can make
Yeah,
it work. You can make it work. So,
which is cool because when we went to New Jersey a couple years ago, first time ever doing anything on the East Coast, we went to the town where they filmed Friday the 13th. And that was just so cool, just
that
being
place
there.
is beautiful. Zigma's going off to bed, but he said it's good seeing you again and that you're awesome.
Thank you. All right, thank you for that. Um, but yeah, when you're asking about like the Christmas horror, um, Silent Night, Deadly Night, the original will always be a favorite of mine.
And they're
Uh,
remaking that.
I saw that.
I'm
I
I,
don't
I'm
know.
excited to see that they released the trailer. I think that Rowan Campbell's gonna be really good in it.
Yeah, yeah, I'm excited to check that one out. Um, what else am I looking forward to? I know that we saw Weapons. That was interesting.
Do you have any
Um,
Thanksgiving horror recommendations?
ooh, Home Sweet
That's a
Home.
hard one. Yeah, Home Sweet Home. That's a good one.
Yeah, and hold on just a second. Let me go grab. Let's see.
Hey,
Um,
everybody.
hmm.
Picking on the spiders. There's Pipkin, God's favorite boy, right there.
There it
Everybody else
is.
out.
I have Home Sweet Home, and I have
He's gonna go grab the movie, guys. He's grabbing her
yes,
right now.
yes, just so everybody can see it. Ooh, there's another Christmas horror movie.
This is what happens when we hang out. It's a lot of, hey, have you seen this movie? And
Yeah.
then running to the shelf to grab the movie.
Oh God, yeah, every time. So there's Home Sweet Home.
One a lot of people haven't seen that my friend is gonna review soon is Christy. Have you seen that one?
No.
It's like a
Well,
Thanksgiving break at a college dorm, and I've been in a college dorm during breaks, and it's just quiet. It's dead, and these people.
oh,
It's almost kind of like the strangers. They
yeah.
call whoever they decide to kill Christy. They all call
Uh huh.
um, and they just kind of write her off as just some privileged college girl, and they went after the wrong freaking girl. Like it's really good.
I'll have to
That's
look
why I
that
think
one
a lot
up.
of people haven't seen. And of
Uh,
course, Blood Rage. I mean, Blood Rage, dude. Because
yes.
that ain't cranberry sauce.
Blood Rage is amazing, and since you're talking about winter break,
And isn't the Dorm that Drip Blood, isn't that a Christmas one?
aha, yes, I found it. Uh, hold on just one second. I'll be right back.
I love his enthusiasm. Let's say, all right. And in the chat, too. Like, what are some good Christmas and Thanksgiving movies to give you guys some recommendations? Because we're coming into the season. So, yeah, I'm going to say Blood Rage. Home Sweet Home is a good one. Oh, Danny, what is? I feel like there's one with the guy who played Sock. Danny might know. I feel like also just anything with a good dinner in it makes a good Thanksgiving one. So like you could do Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Uh, yeah, anything with a good dinner scene would work. Oh, and of course, Thanksgiving. You know that's a good one. I mean they've made a movie for it now. That's pretty good. And then for Christmas, Rare Exports. I don't think enough people have seen that, but there's like a billion naked Santas in that, so that's pretty cool. Uh, it's a Swedish movie. It's on Shudder. Danny loves Gravy. I don't think a lot of people have seen Gravy, but There's a bunch of people who work at a Mexican restaurant, and I think it's Thanksgiving, and then these cannibals come in. They lock all the doors. They keep everyone there hostage, and they're like, "Yeah, we're just gonna like cook you guys like one by one." But it's despite how horrific that sounds, it's actually pretty funny. So that's a good one.
I'll check that one out.
Yeah, Danny loves gravy. I'm surprised he hasn't made you watch it yet.
Oh, have you guys seen Cannibal Man?
No, what's Cannibal Man?
Oh my God. It quickly became one of my favorite movies. And it's funny because they call it Cannibal Man, and that's not even part of the movie, really. Yeah, yeah. It was just weird. It's like a giallo, not almost like a giallo, but this one guy gets in a fight with a cab driver, so he accidentally kills his cab driver, and then his girlfriend is like, oh, I gotta turn you in. And he's like, no, so he kills her. He's like, oh shit. So and then his brother comes home and he's like, oh God, you killed this girl. We gotta take you in. So he'll kill him, and he just ends up killing all these people.
A stack of
just,
growing bodies. I haven't seen
yeah,
this one.
yeah.
Cannibal Man.
Cannibal Man was, I really liked it. It was not what I expected. So
Oh, that's cool. I'll have to check this out. From 1972?
yeah, and it's really good. And then like I can't even describe it honestly. It's like very, very artsy, very dramatic for a movie like that. And then there's like this guy that keeps like checking in on him, like he can see through his binoculars from his building what this guy is doing. And yeah, it's great though. I'll admit that was one of my favorites recently, but
What'd you
I know
grab?
you're
The Dorm That Dripped Blood. That's a good one.
yeah.
That's a good one.
It's it's a very brutal movie if you have the director's cut, and it's like it's mean spirited.
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
the end of it is like holy shit. Like what just happened?
I think a lot of people just assume a lot of older movies are pretty tame, but there are some movies like, gosh, I always mention Black Sunday in that respect with like that face, the mask they put on her face with all the nails in it that just goes
Oh
right onto her
yeah.
face. Like a lot of what was that hiccup? A lot of older movies are just so much more brutal than you would guess.
I would say that probably some of my favorites are the Blind Dead movies.
I haven't seen those.
Really?
Yeah, what are
Oh,
they?
it's Tombs of the Blind Dead, and then so that's one. Let's see. See if I could find that because it might be streaming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So how many of them are there?
um, there's Tombs of the Blind Dead, Return of the Blind Dead, the Ghost Galleon, and
How have I never heard of this? When did these come out?
woo, you're in luck.
What? I can't see
Casey?
what this says.
No, it's on
Tubi.
Tubi.
Oh wait. No, I have seen this. I have seen this.
Yeah.
I have. Yeah, it was. No, I've seen this at the end. It's got the guys. They're all on like horseback and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have seen this.
But yeah, that's another one. This is another movie that's kind of weird.
Christmas Evil. I love at the end when he just like rockets into space.
Yeah.
So cool. I love
It
Christmas
is.
Evil. Christmas Evil, I think, is really good because I feel like it kind of takes a second look at like the pressures of Christmas to have it be all perfect and Norman Rockwell, and nobody is that perfect, and no matter how much you plan, you can't make it that. But this idea of having this like perfect American wholesome holiday and how it breaks this dude.
Yeah.
Who's also Fiona Apple's dad, by the way.
No way, really?
Yeah, he is.
What?
Apparently.
No.
The Santa.
Is his name Apple?
I don't think so. I can't remember
Or
his name.
that's cool. I didn't know that. Here's the other one that we talked about.
Home Sweet Home. Yeah, tell him about Home Sweet Home.
Home Sweet Home is, if you're familiar with the guy who is Body by Jake, like he used to like get all these celebrities in shape and stuff like that. One of the first people that really did that, like a fitness coach or whatever. Um, he's the killer in this movie, and it's very straightforward. It's like, I'm a psycho and I'm gonna kill all of you. And there's this weird guy who he like has like mime makeup on, and he carries around like this guitar hooked up to an amp on his back, and like literally everybody in the movie is annoyed by this guy. And so when you finally see him die, you're just like, yeah, like you've been waiting for it.
I was also
uh
telling them while you were gone about just a lot of movies with great dinners in them. I think they're always good for Thanksgiving too. I mean, obviously like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but anything where they have one of those long tables and there's a dinner and it's got a lot of food on it. That works.
oh yeah, definitely.
Danny says
Well, with
guitar mime.
yeah. So yeah, that there's that one. Um,
Danny, what
and
was
you
the name
already
of that
talked
one movie?
about it.
Was it Cottage Country? That was a good Thanksgiving one. Blood
Okay.
Rage. That's not cranberry. I think Blood Rage is my favorite Thanksgiving horror
Oh
movie.
God, yeah. That
Danny
is
would probably say Gravy for him. But
okay.
Blood Rage, it's like these two kids are with their mom at the drive-in when they're little, and one of them commits a murder, but they lock up the wrong twin.
Yeah.
And so this deranged psychopath is raised by his mother all these years, and finally the good twin is going to be released, and mayhem ensues. A whole bunch of people get killed in this like apartment complex, and it's really good. Hi, baby. He left us again, guys. He's
No.
probably to get some more recommendations.
Yes, of course. That's what I do.
Uh
Hmm. Um, this does not have
yeah,
anything to do
so
with.
the one I was thinking of was Cottage Country. That one's good. It's got Tyler Labine and Malin Ackerman in it. That one's like a kind of a horror comedy,
That's cool.
but that one's really good. That's one Danny and I like. What's that one?
This one is not like a holiday movie, but it was right there when I was
Yeah,
grabbing the
yeah.
other one.
What are those? I don't think I've ever heard of those.
Well, the same movie. Um, is Shrigala.
Shrigala?
Shrigala. It is bizarre. Like these guys are at a lake down in I think it's in the Philippines,
Mm-hmm.
and they are searching for this lost treasure. So, and then these two girls, they show up with this. I don't know why they're hanging around with this wiener guy. Um, it's like, why? All he does is like complain about everything, and he's jealous about these other guys hitting on them. And then the two girls are jealous of each other, so they start a kung fu fight around the campfire, and it is bizarre. In like the last 30 minutes, it turns into like a full blown Friday the 13th ripoff.
Yeah?
Yeah,
What
complete
what
with
country is this movie from?
I think it's Indonesia actually.
Indonesia has the wildest movies, dude. Like Lady Terminator.
I love Lady
I
Terminator.
love Lady Terminator. It's so good. Indonesia's got
Hell
some
yeah.
crazy stuff.
Yeah, this one I highly recommend though. Shrigala.
Shrigala.
Yeah, I saw it. There's a point when I was living in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
You guys went there one time, and
Yeah.
like down the street from my house, they would just show all these old horror movies,
Mm-hmm.
like the Spookies or Neon
I love
Maniacs.
spookies.
Yeah, me too. And you've seen Neon Maniacs, right?
Yes, yes.
That movie is far more entertaining than it should be.
Yeah. Do you have any other recommendations before I let you go? Any
Um,
obscure hidden gems you want to throw out there?
let me look. I have a whole.
You don't have to go render yourself if you don't want to. He who
Let's
stands.
see.
Oh, so Danny corrected me. I guess Cottage Country isn't a Thanksgiving movie. I remember there being a dinner in it though. Oh well.
Um, let me
And Nicole
see.
mentioned Gremlins, which is the definitive best Christmas horror movie of all time. I agree.
Yeah, definitely. Ooh,
I'm
that's a good
excited
one.
they're finally moving forward with Gremlins 3. And I
I
think they said
know.
Joe
Isn't that
Dante's
awesome?
involved, so that's cool. I hope they
Yeah.
get, Howie Mandel back and Frank Welker. That'd be really cool. Frank Welker did the voice of Stripe. Howie Mandel is the voice of Gizmo. And Zach Galligan is in I feel like he would not turn down anything Gremlins related. So I definitely think they can get him back.
Oh yeah. Um. Okay. Got a few movies. Okay. You know how every time I stay with our personal friend, um, Tony K,
Yes,
of
yes.
course. Yeah, yeah. So anytime that I go over to his house in Seattle, and this is always like one of my favorite things to do, he'll show me like these really like 1970s, like
He
very
loves
stylish.
Giallos and just obscure
Exactly.
foreign films.
Yeah. Like, God, he's shown me so many that are awesome. Um, this is one of those ones, and it looks like horror, but it's really not.
Uh huh.
I don't know if you've seen that Flavia the
I haven't
Heretic.
seen that one. What's that one?
Nunsploitation.
Is that the one we were watching at Tony's house the last time I was there?
No, no, that was like the Holy Beast, like a Church of the Holy Beast or something like that.
Okay. What's
Yeah,
Flavia?
yeah. This is there it is. This is a movie that is nothing like what you would expect, and it's not even really a horror movie. But I watched it, I'm just like, holy shit, this is so far ahead of its time. Like,
What's it about?
it's um basically it's Flavia, and she kind of like challenges the system, and she is led on by this older nun who's like the cool nun, and is like just introducing this whole new world to her, and she just becomes a badass like halfway through this, and then like a leader of
Oh,
like
that's
this
cool.
society, and it's really cool actually.
Yeah.
So,
And if you
and
guys
then
have
after
any
that,
questions in the chat, now is the time to get your questions in because we are wrapping up. Oh, Death Ship.
you've seen that one?
Yeah, yeah, I've seen Death Ship.
Oh, I love Death Ship. It's Ghost Ship before there was Ghost Ship.
I know. Well, that's. I was gonna ask you to describe it for them, but no, that sums it up. I actually have a friend. My friend Queenie just posted she was watching Ghost Ship today. I was like, oh, dude, I love
Oh,
Ghost Ship
that's
too.
awesome.
That beginning with the line. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Wild Beasts.
Yes. Have you seen that one?
I have not seen Wild Beasts, but I have seen the
It's
cover before. That's one of
okay.
the things I
Yes.
think people miss out on that didn't grow up with video stores. You would
Hmm.
see so many covers, and so there's a lot of movies I'm familiar with the cover art, even if I haven't seen them, just from just perusing the racks.
Yeah. Like Wild Beast is cool, but the story behind it is even better. Like I can't remember what it was. It was like a tiger or a cougar or something
Uh huh.
that they lost it in the subways of Paris.
Are you kidding me?
So
How do you lose a giant
exactly.
cat?
Yeah, that's what I was saying too. But it gets away and then it's down in the
It
subways,
makes
so
me
they
think of
have
like
to
a
like,
Miracle Wolf in London, like having something that big hunting you down in a place where you don't expect to see it.
yeah, right?
Oh, that's crazy. I need to check. Okay, I'm making a list, dude. I'm making a list.
Check it twice.
I'm gonna Wild Beasts. Okay, and
Um,
Flavia. All right,
yeah, and then
Tenement. What's Tenement?
Tenement is uh, it's awesome. Like these guys on the cover, they're a gang that lives in this apartment building, and this one guy's had enough, so he calls the police on him, and they can't hold him for very long because they hid everything, all the drugs and stuff. And they come back and they get like all coked up and on angel dust, and they're like, and the leader is
Where
like,
do you find these movies?
Tony helps,
Tony is awesome.
but they get like all coked up and high on angel dust, and the leader is like, I've been shown the way. I know what we need to do. We need to kill everybody in the building. So it's like a video game, like they go up like these different levels. They like kill everybody on this floor. A couple get away. They go up. So then they go up to the next floor, and it's like that. And then the people there start fighting back against this gang, and like setting up a trap where like there's water on the stairs, and then there's like jumper cables hooked up to like the bed spring of a bed. So then when they touch it, then they get fried pretty much. But yeah, that's a really cool movie. I like Tenement. There's a few parts though that are like a bit much, but yeah, I highly recommend that one.
Very cool. And you got the ones I recommended to you earlier, right?
Yes, I
Here for
made
Blood,
lists.
Little Willie, and Frankie
Yep.
Rico.
Yeah.
Seriously, sign up for Shutter, dude.
Oh
Do you have
hell
any
yeah.
more you want to show us?
Let's see.
So Adam says, Ronnie, does the educational system? Oh my gosh, Adam!
What do you say?
He wants to know if the educational system has a casting couch, and has anyone ever tried to Principal Skinner you?
Oh my god.
He asked earlier if the wrestling system had a casting couch, and if anyone tried to Vince McMahon you. He just really wants
my
to
God.
know. Like
You're just obsessed with the
he
casting
wants to
couch,
Barbara
aren't you?
Walters you. I just want to have a casual, fun, catch up with my buddy horror conversation. He wants you to be crying and revealing all your repressed memories. He wants you in a corner rocking back and forth. That is just
Oh
not
god.
what we do here. Adam.
I might be at that point.
I think we've already heard how he got Weinstein. I think that's probably all he can handle.
Yeah.
Danny says Tony is a great resource, but Ronnie finds just the most messed up movies. Sometimes we help him, but either way, he finds them.
Yeah, like this is my to-do list.
Adam, do you secretly want to land on a casting couch? I feel like
Might
we're
want
learning more
to.
about you here. I love Adam so much. He knows it.
Oh, I'll show you. This is my to-do list here.
Okay.
What is that? If you can see it.
Fatal Frames or Frame? Is it like the game?
Frames. I know that looks like a porno.
By Aja Argento.
Yeah, it looks like a porno, right? It might be. I'm not
Kinda.
sure. Antrim. Not sure what that's all about.
Don't know. Did you know? Hey, do you know what? Something crazy. Did you know they made an Anthropophagus 2?
Absurd, right?
It's insane.
It's called Absurd.
I haven't seen it yet, but I have it on. I have it saved somewhere where I found it, but I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Is it anything like Anthropophagus?
It's not as good.
The one that's from the early 2000s?
No. Absurd
There's
was
an actual Anthropophagus too.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up.
Anthropop. I feel like I'm on a spelling bee now. It was 2. Yeah, it was from 2022. Isn't that insane?
Wow, I had no clue.
2 from 2022. It's on Tubi. That's where I saved it.
I'm
a
huge
watch it, but
fan
it
of
doesn't
the
look like it's
original.
very good. It's got like a 2 stars. 2 stars. Danny thinks it's German.
Research.
Yeah, Absurd's from 1981.
Yeah.
Now, this is Anthropophagus 2 from 2022.
Wow.
Like 3 years ago, dude. Someone was like, you know what? We should make a sequel to Anthropophagus. If you guys are not familiar with Anthropophagus, these people go to this tiny village and there's nobody there because they find out this guy who's a cannibal has like eaten everybody. It's insane.
Yes, the entire island, like the population has been wiped out by this one guy who's just like eating everybody on this island, and it's interesting. It's legit scary at points too.
Yeah,
like
it's
the
really
part
scary, and I think it's most famous for at one point he starts to cannibalize himself.
and that part too. But that's what it's most known for, is those like really, really extreme parts. But it
Yeah.
doesn't need them. It can still be a good movie without
Yeah, I
those.
think just the empty city kind of reminds me of gosh, what is that movie? Come and Play? There's another one where this couple goes to like a really empty town, and they made an American remake of it too. So I could be forgetting the name of the original. They go to this small town, I think in Greece, and they see
Mhm.
nobody there. There's no adults anywhere, and then they start to see little kids, and the kids have
Oh,
completely taken over the island.
I have that. It's called Who Can Kill a Child.
Yeah, Who Can Kill a Child? And then there's a Western remake. I can't remember what country made it, but it's in English, and I think that one's
Oh.
called Come and Play.
Yeah, I have Who Can Kill a Child somewhere around here. I've got way too many
Yeah, okay,
movies.
so the remake is called Come Out and Play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the 70s version of it.
They're both good. They're
Uh,
both creepy, but like the whole idea of going to some place and having the town be completely empty. Another thing it makes me think of is when you watch Ju-on, it's the original Grudge. I think
yeah.
the ending of that one is so much scarier than the American one we got, with Sarah Michelle Gellar, because there's like nobody left. Like it's Tokyo, but it's completely empty. To see Tokyo empty like that is weird.
Oh God, that reminds me of another movie. Mm, oh, it's crazy because Fred Durst is in this movie,
What
and
movie?
it's called like Population something something numbers thrown together.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and Fred Durst plays like the deputy there,
Uh huh.
and like nobody can leave this town. Like you're stuck here forever. If you try to leave town, something horrible will happen to you, and it's. I was surprised. I'm like, wow, Fred Durst is actually pretty good
He was
in this.
in. Did you see? I saw the TV Glow.
Uh,
It's
I
one of
think
my
I did.
favorite
Yeah,
movies of last year. So these.
it was.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I think I did. It's
So
from the
Fred Durst
guy
plays
who.
the kid's dad. He's like got a small part in it, but he's good in it.
Well, and I'm pretty sure it was from the guy who did the World's Fair movie.
Um, yeah, they're non-binary, but yeah, same person who did
Like
that.
how. Oh, okay. Like something about going to the World's Fair.
Yeah, we're all
Uh,
going to the World's Fair.
yeah,
Jane, I can't pronounce their last name.
I wasn't really into that movie.
I thought I
Uh,
saw the TV Glow. It was really good, but it also played on a lot of like nostalgia and stuff, like P and Buffy and things from the '90s that I think made it more fun.
cool. Are there hunky boys in it though?
There are not hunky boys in it, but if you want hunky boys, you watch Psycho Gorman. Are you into hunky boys?
Sure, but that's what really pissed him off in that movie, is that they
Not
ruined his
my
hunky
hunky
boy.
boys. So good, so good.
That girl was such a psycho.
Did you have any other movies you wanted to show us?
Oh God, we could be here all night
No,
if I
I
do
just thought you
that.
had some already in your hand. Adam says
Um,
473 or something like that, and it's all. Let's all go to the World's Fair. Yeah, Fred Durst
um,
was also in Y2K. When I think of
oh,
Fred Durst though with movies, he directed The Fanatic. Have you seen that
oh God,
with John
oh
Travolta?
God. Yeah, it's funny because me and my student try to stump each other every day, um, and try to get really obscure with some of the stuff. And that was one of the ones that he came up with. And it's yeah, yeah.
I mentioned that to Devin Sawa when I saw him because it's about this guy John Travolta who's on the spectrum and he gets obsessed with this actor played by Devin Sawa, and then he like breaks into his house and stalks him. But it's just kind of one of those so bad it's good ones because the performances are just all over the place. But yeah, when I met Devin Sawa, I was like, so we you don't want us like coming to your house and like kiss you on the forehead. He's like, yeah, no, don't do that.
But you can always go to Kevin Bacon's house.
I mean, Kevin Bacon's an American hero. Kevin Bacon
Yeah.
has the best Instagram. He's always posting pictures from like or videos from his ranch and stuff with his family. It seems really cool.
Well, that's cool. You
And
saw
of
the
course,
Guardians of the Galaxy
yeah,
with him, right?
Fred Durst directed The Fanatic. I miss our cheesy movie club, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Can't talk long, gotta poop. Indeed. Anything else
Yes.
you want to promote or talk about before I let you go?
Yeah, just the books are on Amazon. If you want to check them out, just look at Ronnie Angel on Amazon.
If you guys look in the description below, I've got a link to every one of his books, Slash Dreams 1 and 2, and Death in the Family. There are Amazon links in the description. Definitely check them out, and they're like not expensive at all. So definitely check those out. Especially Death in the
Mm-hmm.
Family. I think this one has been my favorite so far. It's really, really good. But
I'm
Slash
glad you
Dreams,
like
I
it.
mean, I like to think that I'm pretty well versed in slasher movies, and there's ones in there I hadn't heard of, and I talk to this person all the time. So
Yeah,
definitely a good resource.
yeah,
I also got
yeah.
links to your Facebook and your Instagram in there if you guys want to follow Ronnie Angel.
Sweet. Yeah, yeah.
Buy my
I'm
book.
yes, yes. And if
It's just
any
because Danny
directors are
said click
watching,
the links and buy the books. But seriously, buy the books. They're great, great resources to have. They're also just, I mean, I don't know if you're going to approve of me saying this, but Slash Dreams was like the best bathroom book for the longest time because there are like these little sections about each movie. And like you can read one of those like during a poop.
I actually hear that a lot.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I hear that and coffee table book. Both of those are
It's
brought
great
up.
I mean, like your coffee table book, you're sitting there, you're waiting for something to start. You've got like 2 minutes to kill. It's a great one to just pick
Yeah,
up.
yeah. And then especially like the new version, I went through, I redid a lot of it and added a lot of
Oh,
different things to
cool.
it. There's a movie I added like 30 movies, I think.
You did? So my
Yeah,
copy's outdated.
I mean, no, but I could always get you hooked up with the newer one.
I'll get myself the new one.
Now, okay.
Danny says he
There.
likes books that help him poop.
Yeah, yeah. And
Danny, are
it's
you
funny.
even here? Where are you? I don't know where he is. Is he in his office? I don't know.
You mean the bathroom?
Maybe his office should be the bathroom. Danny, are you here? He might be away. I don't know where he is.
Oh,
Oh, he's in the chat, but he could be at
yeah,
the
I
gym.
know.
Who knows?
Yeah, but that's the other one I recommend to you. Like I said, it's not. Maybe it's horror-ish, but Cannibal Man.
Cannibal
And
Man. I wrote that on the list of
yeah,
movies you recommended to me, so I'm gonna have to check those out. And then next time we hang
yeah,
out or we do a stream, we're gonna have to discuss these movies. I fully expect you to have seen at least Here for Blood by then, because I think you would
yes,
absolutely love it, and
yes.
it's you can watch it for free, dude. It's
On,
awesome.
of
What's
course, I
that?
always recommend this to everybody.
Edge of the Axe. That's a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's cool pictures and stuff in there too, guys. Like, I'm not just recommending it because he's my friend. Like, I'm recommending it as a horror fan, a thing
awesome.
that I think you would enjoy. And Death in the Family
I
is just really
appreciate that.
fascinating, especially if you're a fan of things like 6 Feet Under, or you're just interested in like the life of a mortician and the kind of things you see as a mortician. It's really, really interesting. So,
Awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you.
yeah. Well, it was fun hanging out with you, buddy.
Yeah, you
Thank
too.
you. You guys remember the links are in the description below.
Yeah, we should do something like this for the Royal Rumble too.
I think we
Because
should. Yeah. Danny and
yeah,
I always host a big Royal Rumble party here. So, yeah,
well,
we'll
this
have
way
to
I
have
could
you.
join you.
Huh?
And this way I could join you.
That would be super cool. Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, dude, I will talk to you a little bit more after the show.
Definitely.
Thank you guys for hanging out with me. It was really nice to see Sausage in the chat. Danny said, my friend just so happened to write the two most complete books about slasher films. Agreed. Nice to see Adam, and we had Ariel and Zigma. Lots of cool people here in the chat. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. My next stream will be this coming Sunday with Horrorhead Heather. She's the only person I know who reads more books than I do, and I've read, I think, 105 books already this year. She reads a lot and she knows a lot of horror. So we're going to have a really good time Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So hopefully I will see you all there. And until we meet again, blessed be.